everybody, here we go again, December the 4th, and it's number 4 in our Advent tiles. Hope everybody's okay, or maybe you're out Christmas shopping today, who knows. But of course this video is going to be around for a little while, so not to worry if you don't catch me today. So here we go then. Just a quick reminder that obviously this is going to make a larger design, so you need to have an up and a down. So this is going to be the top, this is going to be the bottom, exactly the same as I've done the writing. So I'm going to turn it over. Again, this is going to be the top, this is going to be the bottom, just so we know. And that's how obviously we're going to sort of stick all the pages together. So I'm going to come in straight away today with a pen. Well, good morning everybody. I think it's still morning anyway. Okay, and yeah, I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to create not a bubble as such, it's sort of more ovalish, sort of going into that section there. And then I'm going to do a little aura just around the outside there. Oh, a little bit of a wobble, but that's fine. There we go. Okay. And then a little dot there. And I'm going to create a couple of little loops. One there. Just sort of work my way around. There we go. I'm going to do the same here because I can do sort of full shapes there. And there, I'm just going to sort of let it go off the side there. Oh, good morning everybody. Hi there. Okay, and just a little line in between there. There we go. Okay. So whilst I'm sort of on this sort of top section here, I'm going to just put a little curve there. And then here, sort of maybe a bit of a curve there. Okay, and just onto this one, I'm just going to add a couple of little bobbly shapes. Just sort of working my way up. There we go. And then again, just a little line in between. There we go. So I'm going to put a bit of a bubble here. Also a bit of a bubble, quite a large one. It could make a gem or something a little bit later. And then I'm going to put a little swirl here all the way around. I'm just going to sort of add a little bit of weight in places, just sort of thickening up some of those lines. So far so good. Okay, like this one then. I'm going to let's go a little bit larger for this. There we go. Just going to add in a couple of little like hook shapes. Come back in on itself. And then sort of going the same but the different way round. And then make one a little bit bigger, just to sort of break up that shape there. Let's do one that looks like it's going off the page and along and round. Right, so we're just going to fill a few more in. So you see that one sort of feels like it's going nowhere, but that's okay. I can just sort of bring it back down to join in with that one there. And maybe one here. So December the 4th, it's gone quite quick, hasn't it? When you think, January wasn't that long ago. It's been a blur again. Where has this year gone? Oh well, yeah. It's all going ahead, isn't it? Of course, Christmas shopping. Keep things ready. I've actually got a Christmas tree on order. We had a new sofa earlier this year and the tree we've got's a little bit big for the space now, so I'm actually waiting for one to come. It's a little bit smaller, so that should be due next week and I'll get that put up. So, and then of course it's Christmas Carol, that's got to go on from the Muppets. Once that's on, then it certainly is Christmas. There's certain things, isn't there? Certain little routines and traditions we have and that's one of mine. So when we put the tree up, we have to watch Muppets Christmas Carol. And then, of course, you've got the old Die Hard film. That's one that has to go on over Christmas. There we go. There we are. All right. So let's just have a look at this little bit here. I'm going to create, not from there, maybe back here and sort of towards the centre there. Just going to bring another curve in. Okay. And then sort of about here, I'm going to put one in that way. I'm going to make another one. Let's think about there. Doesn't matter if they're not completely ordered, it just wants a bit of a curve. That one there. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this one with bubbles. One there. Okay. And just sort of work my way around. And fill. See there, when you get to this one, I'm just going to put that top section in. Bring it round so we know that at some point that's going to be finished. And then in we go into those as we go round. There we go. Alright, I'm going to put a little bubble in between each one. There we go. Just filling in where I can. See, that's kind of small, but that's okay. I'll still get them in there. There we go. That one, that one. See this one? Maybe I'll get... No, I'm not going to do anything there. And I'm just going to fill in those little gaps. Just keeping it going. Of course, you can do this in a different colour. You don't have to fill the gaps in. You can leave all of that until it's completely drawn, and then decide where you want to put these extra bits of ink in, or you can do it as we go. I kind of like this, doing it as we go, because you just don't know what it's going to turn out like, and I think that sometimes it goes out of our comfort zone. We don't really know where we're headed with it, but that's the beauty of it, is it's about just enjoying that moment, isn't it, and trying it. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of add a little curve either side of each line. Just sort of work my way down, not too wide there. And it depends, of course, on how wide or how big your grid is as to how much space you have. So some you might find a little bit narrower than others. See, that one's going to go off the page there. And then I'm going to turn it over or round, and then I'll do the same on this side. That's a lovely little tangle, this one. Just sort of fills it in there. There we go. And then one there, one there. Okay, like that one. Alright, what about this one then? Let's, again, I'm sort of going to work from the middle, and I'm going to create a loop. There we go. But you see, it's quite wide at the bottom. And then I can work either side. I think if you start from the middle, it gives you a little bit of sort of a starting point, and it gets you going, so you've got a full shape that you can then work sort of to balance one side and then the other. There we go. And again, any of those little gaps, see, I'm just going to fill them in there. There we are. So we can define those little shapes. And then let's go in with a bubble, one, getting smaller, 2, 3, and one there. Now, of course, if you can fit 4 or 5, then that's absolutely fine. But, we're all going to be slightly different with this because we're not measuring, we're just working our way around. There we go. So see here, I might get 4 in. It's fine. If you think that you can get a few more in, it doesn't matter. There we go, I like that, it's nice. So of course we've got little gaps here. I'm going to put a little bubble in, just as before. There we are. And then of course any little sort of spaces we've got left, let's just fill them in. Okay, there we go. And then we've got a couple of spaces here to go. So again, I'm just going to turn it on its side and work in this one here. And I'm just going to come in with a little bit of a curl. But again, I'm going to just add a little bit of weight around a few of the sides there. And then let's do one going the other way. See, quite a bit bigger there. And then when I talk about adding a bit of weight, see, I'm going to do one there. And I'm going to make this side here a little bit thicker. And then just fill it in. There we are. And let's put one in here. So if you want to do this first, so I'm going to do one there. And add those curls in first. And then come back in and do the extra little bits. You can do that. And whether you want to draw them in like this, you can leave them like that if you want to. It's entirely up to you. It's your tile. See, just working it round like that. But then I'm gonna fill them in. There we are. See, same with this one. And of course, just working it around to that one. So they've got a little bit of uniformity. Okay. And just at the bottom, I'm just going to add a few little bubbles, getting smaller each time. You know, just sort of to add a little bit of finesse to those bottom edges. And a little bit here. And a little bit there. Okay, that's that done. It's nice that, isn't it? It's nice with those little bubbles sort of at the bottom section there. You see, I know I've missed a couple of bits there, but again, I'm not looking over the tile directly, so I can come back in and fill those little bits in just in a short while. So we've just got this little bit here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a curve here. Now you notice that I've not gone right to the point there. It's because I want to come on in and add a row of bubbles. And just sort of, as long as they're touching each other. There we go. And then inside this one's a little bit mysterious because we're just going to get that. And then this one here, I'm just going to, again, go a bit diagonally. And I'm going to create that sort of shape that we did, remember, with this one earlier, but it's not got the line up the middle. That one's going to go up and out there. And turn it round. And I'm going to do one this way as well. I'm going to join that and there. And then, of course, I've got space. It's almost like doing that grid again, but without the lines. Oh, Joanne, I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot went yesterday, so if you put your order in, I think before 2 o'clock yesterday, then it's probably left. I've not said that they've dispatched yet because I left the paperwork at the office, so I didn't want to say something had been dispatched if it hadn't. So I think it was about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, so we did the final one. There we go. Alright, so going back to these little shapes, I'm just going to do this one and then this one. So again, although these seem random, we are actually using similar tangles and things that are hopefully, when we get to the end of it, things are going to balance up. We're going to have tiles that sort of match and suit each other. So, you know, there's a distinctive sort of plan to it. Although, I say, I don't know how it's going to turn out. It's because we've never done anything like this before, with breaking the tiles up and just seeing how it goes. Of course, the overall design I've drawn, but I didn't draw it as tiles, so it's been copied to a specific size, and then I cut the whole design up into the tiles that we can work to. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. But, so I do have a plan, I do have a design, but I just don't know how they're all going to fit together. Sure, it'll be fine, we'll make it work. Okay, now there is something up the top here, but it's so sort of small and tiny. I'm going to leave that, and then when we come to do the tile above us, it might be that I actually add a little bit in there. So I know that one looks a little bit blank at the minute, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to leave it, and then maybe say just fill it in later. So there's our tile, and you notice as well we're not actually signing each one of these because it's part of a larger image. It doesn't really matter because the last sort of the main image, the last tile will be signed. So there we go. There's tile number 4. So let's have a look at it on my page here. So there's 2, 3. I can't remember which order they were in now, but here we go. Look, tile 4 is going to sit here. So just as a reminder, look, there we go. Keeping it top and bottom, turn it round. So this little bit here is at the top. So that is going to sort of sit there. So you can see here that there's going to be something in between these two that's going to have to sort of join them together. And whatever's here on tile 8 is going to sort of come over into this one a little bit. So that's sort of how it looks before it's shaded. And if I bring in my other version, you see that I'm actually using all the monochrome tiles here, and I've shaded them as I've been going. So there we go, there's 3. Now 3 yesterday, I don't know, something maybe happened with the videos. It was a little bit skewed, but you can see there, I think that one's probably a pretty simple one that you can work out. If you work on putting these lines in first, and then you've actually got 4 sections to work in. So I'm sure you could work that one. And there we go, there's tile number 4 that's been shaded. So if I just bring in the one that I did, there we go, let's do it this way. So you can see it there, yeah. Tile 4, shaded and not shaded. See, that one has been done on white, which again is part of the monochrome tiles, where that's one of the regular cream tiles. So similar, but slightly different, but similar. So there we go. So if you want to shade it as you go in like this one, please feel free to do that. If you want to wait, like I'm going to do with this one, then of course that goes in there. So that done and sorted. Hope you have a lovely day. You know, it's a little bit rainy and wet here, so I'm going to go spend some time with my mum now. She's downstairs and looking after the dogs for me. So have a lovely day, enjoy this one, and I'll catch up again with you tomorrow for tile number 5. So all right, I will speak to you soon. Okay, take care, bye.